Well, we're getting started quite a bit later today for our farm vlog, mostly because of this lady. Because I have spent all day looking after her and helping her deliver these little bugs. Okay? There are 8 of them. You can't really tell from here, but there are 8 of them. And they are the most adorable, most perfect little puppies with the best mama. Now, she has already been up and she has been outside and she has had some water and she is doing really, really well. All right, we're not worried about her. We are just happy that she and the puppies are healthy. Now, how did the birthing go? Fairly smooth, actually. She did really, really well. When she first went into labor and they first started emerging, 4 of them came out pretty much simultaneously. So because they came out all at once, the first 4, she needed a little help getting the sacks off the faces because there's no way she could move that fast. So I was helping rip the sacks off the faces. And that went fine. Then she cleaned everybody up. I just had to make sure everyone could breathe. And then the 5th one was born not breathing. He's fine. Okay, she had 8. All 8 survived. And sometimes it happens. So if your livestock guardian or any dog is having puppies, or your cat or whoever, sometimes it happens that one of them doesn't make it. Okay? Sometimes one of them is born and it's not alive. Sometimes it is alive, but you can tell pretty quick it's fading. Sometimes within the first day, it's just not going to happen. And that's not necessarily your fault. Okay, not everyone makes it. In her case, she gave birth to 8. She still has all 8. So far, everyone's looking strong, looking good, all white. She does have some Anatolian Shepherd in her, so there was the possibility that she would throw one that was not white, but they are all white. Vodka's genetic history, he's purebred Great Pyrenees, and he doesn't have any of the marked Great Pyrenees, like the Badgers or anything, in his genealogy. So from his side, it was all going to be white. And from her side, she's primarily white, and her mama was a pure-blooded Great Pyrenees. So there was always pretty good chance we were going to get white ones. And I am not disappointed in that at all. Are we going to keep one? Well, I want to keep all 8. However, keeping all 8 means we functionally have 11 dogs. That might be a little much. So we'll see. Now, she did fantastic, and she loves being a mama. She is so proud of them. So when my dad emerged, Dad showed up, and she went and she got him, and she brought him in here and showed him her babies. And then Rowan got home from school. She went and got Rowan to show him her babies. She is very, very proud of her little ones. Okay? Very proud. She is so happy to be a mama. And yes, we will clean up the blankets, but for the first couple days, you just kind of leave them be. Okay? She did so wonderfully. We will wash her blanket. But for right now, we're just leaving everyone be. And she's tired. She's tired, but she's all right. Okay? She is going to be okay. My receiving blankets got well used. So there was one puppy I mentioned. He was born not breathing. But this is why it's important to know what you're doing. At least have done a little bit of research before your dog has puppies. I knew what to do, which was you use your finger to scoop basically the goo out of his mouth. You use the little bulb syringe, the snot sucker that you use for human babies. Get the goo out of his nose, and if he's still not breathing, you hold him in your hands with his head pointed down, and you smack him lightly on the side until he makes noise. Because what happened is he inhaled his amniotic sac. Okay? And you have to get him to spit it up. First of all, you have to remove any remnants from his mouth and nose, and then to get what's lodged in his throat out, you basically hang him upside down gently and tap him until he squeals. And because that squeal means he expelled the goobers. Okay, he expelled that amniotic sac. It is really important that you're prepared to do that. Now, do you usually have to do it? No. But sometimes, if you want to save that puppy's life, you got to do it. So, if you are going to let your dog have puppies, one, have a plan for the puppies. Why are you breeding them? What's their purpose? In our case, it's livestock guardians. And two, be prepared to get involved because it happens sometimes. Does it always happen? No. But I had to get involved and help tear sacks off the faces because 4 basically came out at once. And that's a lot at once. And then I had to revive one. It wasn't a big deal, really. It sounds, I know it sounds like a little dramatic when you're like, had to scoop the boogers out of his mouth and had to get the snot sucker for his nose, and then I had to hang him upside down and schmuck him. But it really wasn't that big a deal. It literally took about, getting him breathing took about 30 seconds. Okay, it really wasn't that big a deal. But you do have to be prepared to do that. Okay? They're just peering under her leg more. It's not cold in here. They just want to be close to their mama. So you do have to be prepared to act. Okay? So if you are going to breed your livestock guardian dog, or any dog, or your cat, or whatever, your horse, your goats, be prepared for it not to go 100% smoothly. Know that you may have to get involved. Now, what about the boys? First of all, ignore all the floor on the hair on the floor because the vacuum is going. The vacuum is doing his thing. He'll eat up that hair. Vodka's here. Whiskey's over there. They are also fantastic. They have both checked in on the puppies. No, Tequila does not mind. She would let them know if she was upset about them. So they have both poked their head in, looked around the door, made sure Tequila and her babies were doing okay. So they have both at one point, more than one point, come around the corner to make sure Tequila and company are okay. We are not worried about the boys. Vodka and Whiskey are fantastic dogs. We are not worried about them. Neither is Tequila. With that said, I actually do have to go outside at some point here. So let's go and get that done real quick. All right, finally get to come outside after I literally have spent, this is evening now, literally spent all day with Tequila. She went into labor early morning and 8 puppies. 4 at once, but then, you're waiting at usually between 30 and 90 minutes between puppies. And there's a lot to do. You don't want to leave them. You don't want to leave them. You want to make sure that you're there in case something happens. So she did fine. She is fine. She's going to be fine. I had some people who were concerned about Tequila. She's okay. Duck, 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 and chicken. So Tristan's on his way with fresh water. Duck, 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 and chicken. And here's the smaller ones. Yes, Tristan's bringing you fresh water. Stop panicking. He's right behind me. The chickens are looking fantastic. Everyone's looking good. We're really happy with them. So my sister, I think, is going to take a handful of ducks. I think I'm going to give her one of the older ones and then 3 of the smaller ones. Because then because right now the bigger ones are looking after the smaller ones. So this way it won't be such a shock to the little ones. Instead of just giving her 4 little ones, I think giving her 3 little ones and a big one means the little ones won't feel abandoned because they're kind of attached to the bigger ones. So that would be good. Also, there's a duck egg in the incubator. Hopefully it'll hatch and we'll have one more duck. And I have no idea about the ladies under the high Shadowfax. You have hay. And you have fresh water. Do you just want snuggles? Hi. Hello, my boy. That wasn't the right snuggle. Oh, this is the right snuggle. You've got to do the right snuggle. He's a very good horse. You just have to do the right snuggle. Also, what do I have? I don't understand where, wire comes from. Where's that even come from? and all of a sudden it's tangled around your leg, and you're like, what the heck? I don't know. I swear, like, we've only lived here a couple of years. We were at another location before that. And I swear, what ends up happening... Oh, good, there's an egg. But I swear, what ends up happening is, as they walk around, they churn up nonsense. Right? I'm just checking. Okay, she's not there. But they churn up the ground, and I swear they find things that you're like, what the heck? What is that? Where'd it come from? Why is it in the pen? I swear that's what's going on. We're having a little tiff, but it's okay. Blue's right there. He'll break it up if it gets extreme. That's what he does. He breaks things up because he's a good turkey. Yeah, Blue steps in if it gets a little bonkers. Good boy, Blue. Yeah. He handles things. Now there is, Tristan, there's an egg on the bottom. I'm not going to reach for it. My arms aren't that long. Hi, sweetie. My eggs aren't that long. My legs. My eggs aren't that long either, because I don't have any. Okay, none in there. Oh! Hatching eggs. Are these both out of Lucy's coop? Both from today?
I have no idea.
When did you put them there? Okay. I'm good at this. I just dropped one. It's okay. I dropped it on the grass. It's all right. Let's go make sure everyone is alive. Deli's making a hole. Deli's like, no, I'm not making a hole. Silverado escaped this morning, according to Rowan. He dug a hole in this corner and was just kind of wandering around the yard. So it's an issue. And these two boys are crazy. Bonnie's not dead. Okay? He's not dead. I keep getting comments about Bonnie being potentially dead because he lays like this all the time. He's not dead. He just likes to lay around. It's just what he does. It's just what he does. He just likes to lay around. So that's fine. What else is going on? I don't know about this quail. I literally, Tristan did all the outside stuff today because I literally... All right. We're still alive. We still have Patches. There's some cat food in here in case Patches wants it, but he doesn't. His sister's over there. That's not actually his sister. Let me explain. If you've been following along since the beginning of Kitten Saga, if you've been following along, Patches belongs to Gwen. His sister, who's back there behind the cage there, his sister, Renee, is not his sister. His sister, Renee, is actually Jake's daughter. Jake had 3, Gwen had 3. When Jake and Gwen were working out who got custody of who, Gwen took Patches and Renee. She took one of her own and one of Jake's. And Jake lost one of her own kids to Gwen, but inherited 2 of Gwen's. So Jake has 4, but only 2 of them are hers. Gwen has 2, but only 1 of them are hers. And then Bowser has 4, and all 4 of them are hers. I know it's complicated. They're cats. They're quite insane. Let's see if we can see anyone. I don't know if we can. Sometimes they don't come out. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Hi, guys. Are you there? I heard you. Do you want to come out? That egg is in good condition, not broken? Oh, no, it's cracked. Sorry. That quail egg is cracked. We can't use it. Can't hatch it. There's no point. Like, we get a lot of eggs. I don't have to. If you don't get very many eggs and you're like, I want to try every one, you can cover it with birthday candle wax and stuff like that. I don't bother. They're not coming out. I think Mama's feeding them, which means they're not coming out. But if you don't have very many eggs and you want to hatch every single one, or you want to try to hatch every single one, then what you might do is put some candle wax on the crack and give it a shot. However, we get a lot of eggs. Okay? We get a lot of eggs. I don't have to worry about that because we get a lot of eggs. So if there's a single quail egg that happens to be sorry, I'm watering my plants and this is heavy at first. But if there's a single quail egg or single any egg that is cracked, I have so many eggs that I don't bother because I can just put it in the compost. Yay, peas and beans coming up. It was so cold at night for a while. It's not bad now, but it was so cold at night, even on the hot days. It was so cold at night that things were just not sprouting. So now that they're actually starting to sprout, yay. I want my stuff to sprout. I want my stuff to sprout. I want my garden stuff. That's what I want. This stuff's not coming up yet, but I literally just planted it. And some of this stuff has like a 20-day germination. So we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to raw. I'm wetting these beds down because I am going to plant stuff in them. But you have to wet the beds down a little bit first. So I just wet them down a couple of times a day. Use up the water that's in the watering can. We didn't worry about that bed this year because we're planting way out back. We'll take a walk up there when it's not hot. It's going to be hot for a couple of days. It's supposed to rain next week. I would love some rain. Why did that turn into a song? I don't know. But things turn into a song. When you're me, lots of things turn into a song. So, by the way, this is my fancy watering can. Does it look fancy? No. Is it better than the watering can I had before? Yeah. I like it because it's got two handles. Got a handle at the top, handle at the side. I like that. Makes it easier for me. Let's go see if this actually needs water. I think one of the boys sprayed it earlier. I don't think it does. I think it's fine. Duck, duck. Yeah. Duck, duck, duck. Ducks are over there making noise. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we don't need... Garlic's doing well. Thing with garlic that you have to do is you have to be really good at ignoring it. Because garlic is one of those things that, frankly, you have to leave garlic in the ground till you think it's dead. Okay? You wait for the top to turn brown and fluff over. You can use the shoots for stuff like the... Oh God, I can't remember right now. Scapes, garlic scapes. You can use those for stuff, but you really, to harvest the garlic bulb, you just want to wait for everything to look dead. Then your garlic's ready. So that's basically going to take all summer. So I don't really worry about it. We make sure it's getting enough water, and then you just kind of ignore it. So that's what we're doing right now. So literally, this is not going to be a very long update, a very long vlog, because the next thing I'm doing is going back in and hanging out with Tequila. Because she needs people to hang out with her. That's just what she's doing. She needs it. So we're going to go do that. Hang out with Tequila. And then we are going to go to bed. It's early yet, but I'm hanging out with Tequila for the next 3 hours. So she just wants to hang out with people. She doesn't care. She wants to hang out with people. And I'm gonna play with her puppies. They're not really playable. They're like sacks of potatoes. So basically, I'm gonna stare at them. That's the idea of playing right now because they can't play. They're newborns. They're a few hours old. So I'm just gonna stare at them. Anyway, there's Whiskey in the window. He's doing well. So I'm gonna head back inside. We will do one more tequila and puppy update before I go to bed tonight. But otherwise, my whole day was about tequila. So welcome to the world, little puppies. Let's head back inside. Well, I ran back outside because I saw these guys on the lawn. Gwen has brought Renee and Patches outside. She got sick of being in there. Wanted to be in here. I don't blame her. It's really nice out this evening. And Patches is coming for snuggles. Because he's a good one. Renee is having a snack. Remember, she is 10 days younger than he is. So she's got a little catching up to do. But still, she's having a fine old time being out here in the grass, enjoying the nice weather. It's great for kittens. That's why I like having spring kittens. They get to enjoy the beautiful summer days because it's so much fun for them. Well, we're back inside, and she's the happiest mama ever. She has got these precious little souls to look after. Oh my goodness. Now, things are still a little messy, I know, but you kind of don't touch anything for a couple of days. You want mama to feel comfortable and secure, and she doesn't have a problem with the mess. So I just leave it. She cleans up after them. She's looking after the babies, especially this little wiggly one. They're her precious little angels. We're so happy, and so is she. She's a great mama so far. I know it's only been a few hours, but she is a happy, happy girl. She really loves looking after the little ones. And I can't wait to see them grow up and turn into wonderful livestock guardian dogs. So I know it's going to be hard to give them up, but they will move on to wonderful lives as working dogs, fulfilled and happy. And that's supposed to be the plan, isn't it? I haven't checked genders yet. We'll do that tomorrow. So I have seen a couple of girls and a couple of boys for sure, just when they're rolling around. We're not handling them too much. You know, mama's prerogative. She's dear mama. She should do the handling for now. We are going to check in on them frequently. Look at their little faces. Look at them. Oh my God. They're just perfect. That is literally going to be it for us today. The next couple weeks are going to be all about puppies all the time. We'll see you tomorrow.